My name is Brandon Granger, and I'm going to talk about the compound effect. There's a saying that if you had the option to take one penny that doubled every day for 30 days or $3 million cash, what would you take? Life is all about choices. Smart choices with no payout and no I told you so type of payout are the real choices that are going to make all the difference in your life. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time is what is going to equal a radical difference. Everything in your life exists because you first made a choice. Choices are the root of all of our results. Each choice starts as a behavior that over time becomes a habit. You make a choice, then your choices make you. No more will your choices be 99% unconscious. Your biggest challenge is that you have been sleepwalking. What percentage of shared responsibility do you have in making a relationship work? It's 100 to 0. You have to give 100% and expect 0 in return. You alone are responsible for what you do and what you don't do, what you can see and what you don't. If you want to change, you must track every action that relates to an area that you want in your life. The difference between the number 1 golfer and the number 10 golfer is 1.9 strokes, but it's $10 million. That's an average of 2.7% better, yet the results are 5 times greater. There's an old story that talks about a guru that took a student out to pull trees. The bigger the tree got, the harder it was to pull. And the guru explained to the student that habits are like roots. The stronger and the more deep-rooted your habits are, the harder it is to change. Aristotle said, "You are what you repeatedly do." It said that there was a guy that was riding a horse, and a man yelled to him, "Where are you going?" And the guy said, "I don't know, ask the horse." You need to be in control of your decisions. It's time to grab the reins and move where you really want to go. This will make all the difference in your life. If you are 1% off course, for example, if there's an airplane taking off from Los Angeles and flying to New York, and it's just 1% in the wrong direction, you'll end up in Delaware or way upstate New York. A single poor habit doesn't seem like much, but it can take you miles off course. The difference between willpower and why power is connected to more motivating choices. They are aligned and identify to your purpose and your highest values. If you were to walk across a board that was 10 inches long, then it needs to be linked to your core values. That's the only way that it will make a real difference. You need to focus on fulfillment and not achievement. The access point for your why power is through your core values, and this is where you define who you are and what you stand for. You need to also have clear goals. Not having goals is like driving down a foggy road. You don't really see where you're going, and so you can't get there very fast. A great skill for an abundant life is learning how to effectively set and achieve goals. What stands between you and your goals is your behavior. It's time to eliminate bad habits. There's a better way, and if you can identify your triggers and stay away from things that cause you to fall into those bad habits, that is the way to success. You can either swap them for a better habit, you can ease in, or you can jump in and just change them overnight. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. Success is found in daily routine, so stay aware and make sure that you're far more likely to succeed when you are aware of your choices and the effect that they play on your future. You need to focus your attention and feed your good habits. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the time of comfort and conviction, but where he stands at times of challenge. This is what makes a man, not when it's easy, but when things are hard." In order to move forward, you also need momentum. Good momentum will make choices based on values, will put choices to work through positive behaviors. You need to repeat actions long enough to establish good habits, and you need to build routines into daily principles. Staying consistent over a long period of time is another one. There's three types of influences. Input is what you feed your mind, association is the people you surround yourself with, and environment is your surroundings. The brain is not designed to make you happy, it only knows survival. So make sure that your influences are keeping you stress-free and anxiety-free. You get in life what you create. The question is, what are you thinking about? What is influencing and directing your thoughts? The answer is whatever you're allowing yourself to see and hear. Birds of a feather flock together. The 5 people you hang around with the most determine 95% of your success or failure. So make sure you're staying on course. Sometimes we all hit the wall. When we come face to face with our true and inner character, when we're faced with a hard choice, do you push through the pain and crack, or do you give up? This is when you have the opportunity, the moment of truth. And when you hit your wall, this will define who you are and who you are becoming. That's an obstacle, not an It's an opportunity, not an obstacle. You also need to go the extra mile. When working out, people tend to give up as soon as they get tired, but 80% of all the benefit comes from working past your pushing point. The real growth happens with what you do after you hit your wall. The penny from the first slide doubled just once each week over the course of that month would end up being $171 million instead of $10 million. I'll leave you with this. Motivation without action leads to self-delusion. Ideas uninvested are wasted, and you are a slave of your habits. Choose to change your life once and for all.